Hello and welcome to Peanutopia. Today I want to show you the overall architectural concept for the town where Mrs. P arrives after her ride through the desert. So at first let's go through the animatic. Looking over the dashboard from the inside of the Peanut limousine, we can see her approaching a gate. After passing through it, she arrives in front of a villa and drives towards the garage to park. There the camera follows her as she's walking through the garage and stepping onto a terrace. While she's enjoying the view, the camera moves closer until it frames a town located inside a steep valley. Its buildings are placed not only around the lake at the bottom, but also vertically on the rocky hills. Jumping closer and closer, we can see the life of the residents at different places. Starting with a flea market on a huge square, we then move to a park where the buildings are smoothly connected with the rocks and caves. Coming even closer, there's a cafe with an indoor part carved into the rocks and an outdoor part with the town in the background. Finally, we see Mrs. P's face with a relaxed smile as she takes in the atmosphere of the landscape. First of all, there's a smooth blend between the buildings and the landscape, with different parts made of rocks or constructed elements. A huge inspiration for that were the Sassi in Matera, where people used to live in caves carved into the stone. Here you can see a few pictures I took there. So the buildings emerge out of the landscape and everything forms one huge structure with stairs, walls, chimneys, rocks, etc. No matter where you turn, every alley has its individual charm with small details to be discovered. And in Peanutopia, I also want to capture this ancient feeling to make the whole place seem as if it has been there almost forever. But there's still a modern touch to it, for example, through the use of glass elements. For the constructed parts, I want the walls to be made out of special bricks, which consist of peanut shells. And I already made a few tests where I put blended shells with a natural glue into molds and let them dry. And that's how it looks. I think it would be really fun to build a real-life model out of those someday. But right now I'll keep on experimenting in 3D with different materials and shaders to find a nice look. And I also want to do some testing with the bricks in general to develop a few peanut-inspired patterns and variations. With those things in mind, here's a mood board that captures the look and feel of this town. Based on that, I sketched out a few ideas using watercolor and black ink. At first, there's a painting of Matera, where you can see the vertical structure of the city with all those different elements blending together. Then I have a more abstract test where I was trying to create a wall detail with different peanut inspirations and peanut-shaped windows. And I also wanted to try out a few new plants. So here are, for example, a few peanut-shaped pumpkins hanging from a stone ceiling. And I also made this wall and window test with some peanut shell-inspired structures and this hydrangea. And there's still a lot to be explored here, so I'll definitely make another architecture-focused video. But next time I want to introduce a new character, Mr. P. So hope to see you there. Thanks and bye.